Hello, welcome back. This is It Doesn't Have to Be Perfect, where I talk about whatever is on my mind. It's mostly self improvement, psychology. You think of it, I will probably yap about. I have many interests and I cannot pick one, so this is what it is essentially. I literally just watched a video that Emma Chamberlain uploaded a few days ago, I think, about hair theory and her talking about her eras of her hair. And then there's me right now with, if you're watching on YouTube, a full head of hair because I have these halo extensions that I can just put on whenever I feel like, and they are not glued to my hair or anything. I feel so pretty. I feel like 10 times prettier. I have had my hair dyed blonde in the past like 2 years, so my hair is still recovering from that. I have, as you can see here, it's like light brown, but that's because this used to be bleached, and so it's like trying to come out, but I'm trying to suppress that side of me right now because I need it all to be all even, you know. I've had such a good past 24 hours, and let me tell you why. It's crazy because yesterday I got my period and I was in so much pain, and thank goodness that I bought medication when I was in Mexico because Cinco, you have saved my life. God bless you. God bless the pharmacist, and it's really, really a game changer. I took that, and then from there I proceeded to have a very good day. I don't know why. I was crying. I was crying after that because I'm going through it with the breakup still, and I was just crying. But then suddenly I snapped, and then I was like, actually, I'm good. I feel really good. I feel great. And I was kind of worried for myself. I was like, what's going on here? Like I went from being in so much pain and then crying and then feeling so emotional, and then I was like, actually, everything's good. Everything's great. And that might sound a little manic to some, you know, and I would probably agree with them. And so I proceeded to work on my little laptop for a little bit more, and then from there I went on a run. I was just hit by the most beautiful breeze ever. I was having a Rosa de Guadalupe moment where the breeze was hitting just right and the weather was like at 87 degrees. Yo, it was so nice out. I was so glad that I stepped outside because yesterday was my day off. And when I say my day off, it just means that I don't work at the coffee shop and I don't have anywhere to be. But that does mean that I stay in and I work all day essentially, but from my computer. And then from there, I went on my run and I went around the neighborhood, and it was just such a good vibe. Like during this time, this is my favorite time to go running. The summer, it's nearly impossible to go running. I could, but it's just so hot. Like the sun is beating down until like 8 p.m. and I'm 25, I'm young, I'm healthy, but like I'm still scared of passing out and having like someone kidnap me. I don't know, like I'm on the side of the street and someone just sees me there. I don't know. I'm very careful now during the summer when I do want to exercise outside because of those reasons. I don't want to pass out, you know? And so I don't really go running a lot because like on the treadmill, dude, it's not as fun. It's not as fun like running on the treadmill because you're just like in one place. You don't get any scenery. And yeah, you could like put those videos that give you scenery, but how lame is that? I'd rather just run outside, you know, and actually feel the breeze and feel the sun on me and feel everything actually exists outside in the real world, right? So during my run, I did like 1.5 miles, which is the most I've done in a while. That's a little bit compared to what I used to do, but I'm going to get myself back up to 3 miles, and that's what I used to do consistently. But also, you know, I've met people who are older who have like been running their entire lives, and then they had to get a hip replacement because running can like hurt you. It wasn't a hip replacement, actually. It was like something on their hip, and they needed to get surgery for that because stepping on flat pavement constantly, it just really just hurts your bones. So when I can, I try to run on the grass, even though sometimes I fall. Well, not actually, but like there's like holes sometimes, you know, because like the sprinklers and my foot would just go in. But it's like way easier on me when I'm running and it doesn't hurt as much. You prevent those aches in your knees as well. Okay, continuing on with the best 24 hours of my life, okay? After my run, I decided to call my sister and I still walked around the park for a little bit. And we were talking about my stepbrother's wedding that he's having in October. And I just think that's crazy that this dude is 20 and he's getting married, like, or 21. He might be 21. I don't know. One of those two. But he's getting married. He's in the Navy. And of course, dude, come on. Let's be real. I'll be real. Right? It's kind of like, oh, of course he's getting married. But actually, I don't have excuses for him. I love him very much, but I'm like, okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting married young. It's just now that I've been through the 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, now entering my 25th era, I just know that there's so much growth in those years, like a tremendous amount of growth, and figuring out what you like and what you don't like, and the values that you want to hold and the morals that you value. So there's so much change that happens in that time that it's like it's really hard to go through it with someone while they also are going through their own journey. You can still do it. It's possible. I've seen many couples who have been married young and were successful, right? There's just so much to consider, and I feel like a lot of people think that as soon as you get married, something clicks, something changes, and something just turns magical. The only difference when you get married is that there's a title, but like the day after marriage, like the day after you have your wedding, like things are the same. Like you have this commitment to each other, but things in your daily life don't change. And I just hope he understands that. I haven't had a chance to talk to him. And again, like I know from my own experience as a young adult and when I was a teenager that whenever my mom told me not to do something, I mean, it didn't really stop me from doing it, right? Like someone telling you what to do, at least me, like I don't let it stop me if I really want to do that thing. And I usually go for it. That's just because, you know, people are going to do what they want to do. So even if I were to tell him like, hey, don't get married, like, dude, like, come on. He's going to be like, bro, come on. It's the love of my life. I'm going to marry her, you know, but that's just with everything. Like you can't tell people what to do. You shouldn't expect them to take your advice to heart. There are some things that just click at certain times in your life when you need to hear them. And there's other things that just, you know, they kind of like slide off and they don't really like resonate with you until years later, which is unfortunate, you know. But that's just like how life works. Some things you need to hear in that moment, other things you don't want to hear because you're living your life, you're having your own experiences, and that should never be taken away from you, because I feel like everyone needs to learn by themselves what they like, what they don't like. No one should be pushing you towards one outcome or the other. Obviously, if you're going to get hurt and it's going to be a very painful experience, like jumping off a plane, that's different. I will tell you, hey, probably don't do that, but like go off, queen, you know? So yeah, it's unfortunate, but you can't tell people what to do. Anyways, so yeah, we were talking about that. It's in October. I was like, okay, well, at least I picked a good day, because October weather in Arizona, so nice, so breezy, so beautiful. And we just talked, and I actually have to get out of my apartment for a few hours in a few days because they're going to redo our surfaces in the bathroom counters, because for some reason they were really sticky. They were like, my stuff was getting stuck onto it and leaving marks. So now there's just like holes everywhere, because I had these little cute cat trays that I got in San Diego where I put my soap and my like bobby pins and stuff. And now there's just like the hole, like the little circle on there, and you can tell where it was dented. And my roommate made the mistake of putting a Walmart bag on her counter before we knew that everything was getting stuck to it. And so now she has the Walmart logo on her bathroom counter. It's actually pretty funny. I have like, I left a towel on mine, and so now I have little like fluffy bits on it, and it just won't come off. And I have to get the cats out of here for like 8 hours. And so I asked my sister if she could help me, and she accepted. And I was like, thank goodness, because I don't know where to put these little fellas. I can't leave them in the car for 8 hours. You know what I mean? I mean, I could, but that would not be good. Okay. And then, well, I was on the phone with her, and I was just walking around, and I was just checking out, everything in my little area in my apartment complex. I passed through the gym, and then I went into the clubhouse, and then I realized like, oh, the Wi-Fi works here now. And it hasn't worked for a while. I tried it a while ago, but they didn't have anything set up there, and they thought they did. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate, because I really, really wanted to study here. But now they do. And they have these little areas where you sit down, and it's like sectioned off for the individual to do homework or study or work or whatever. And I was like, I'm probably going to come back here later. And that's what I did. After I took a round to the doggy park, because I had never actually seen the doggy park, I just knew that it existed somewhere in my complex. I checked that out, and then I walked home, and I got my stuff, and I was still in my workout gear, but I didn't really care, because I wasn't going to shower and get ready and like just to go to the clubhouse. And it was kind of a motivation to like get out of my sweaty, dirty clothes earlier and like finish my homework earlier. So took my laptop, went in there. It was such a good time, because let me tell you, especially because my laptop is one that like the battery just doesn't last long. It's very unfortunate. It doesn't last long. And so I was like, you know what? This is going to be my pushing, my motivation. Like, I only have a limited time with this battery, and I should get everything done before it runs out and before the clubhouse closes at 10. And so I was just typing away, dude. And I put on my earphones. I put on a Spotify playlist of R&B beats, and it was so, I was in it, I was in it. I was in such a flow mode, and I got 2 assignments done. I'm so accomplished. And I even got to organize some of the Instagram reels that I've saved that were just in the random folder. And I actually started organizing them. Yeah, in between assignments. That's what I did for a little bit, to give myself a little break and kind of reset until the next assignment. That's what I did. And now it's so organized. And I'm like, ooh, like there's a section for cooking videos. So I actually know what recipes I want to try out, and they don't just get lost and everything. And then I have film inspo. And then I have traveling in Arizona. And then I have just general traveling. And then there's one more. What was it? I think it was mental health. Yeah, some mental health ones too. So now I have spaces for all my cutesy little videos that I want to save, that people make and that I like. And I want to see them again. But yeah, and then as soon as I got home, I had made curry. And so I had left it on the stove and everything. So I just put it away. And then from there, I went into my room, and what did I do actually? Oh, my dad wanted me to work on a graphic his like logo, and he wanted to change something. And I was like, you know what? I have Canva Premium. I paid for the yearly subscription, okay? And so I was like, I'm going to put my resources to use and edit this for you. He did pay me $20, but besides the point. So I made $20 last night. Haha, I'm so accomplished. And I called him because I just couldn't like really figure out some stuff, and I wanted to see what colors he wanted and such, and kind of walked him through the process of what I was doing, and I ended up doing it in like 30 minutes. Yeah, like 30 minutes. And yeah, he zelled me the money, and I was like, thank you. It was like 11:30 at this point. So I was like, I should probably shower because I'm gross from my run and just from the day and on my period. So I went and I showered, and it was a very good shower, a very productive shower. I was cleansed. I felt like a new person coming out of that shower. And I was a new person, actually. And then I went into bed and I played Modern Family. I opened the balcony door for a little bit, or the sliding door, for the cats. They got to see that outside at night, and they just were chilling there. And then it was time to bring them in, call it a night. And yeah, that's what a good day looks like for me. A good day is when I am productive, when I am active, when I have good food, and when I've made some money. That's pretty much it. That's all I got for you. I just wanted to talk about what a good day looks like for me and not give much other context. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I also had a good time yesterday, and I'm continuing the party. And I'm continuing to have a good day today. Anyways, thanks for listening. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.